I'm going to, yes, great. Here, I've arrived. I am trying to get my face into the, I think I have to flip it. Yeah, let me flip it for just a second. Okay, so I'm Rebecca Gould, and I'm here in Vienna on the 18th of May, 2024. I'm in the Literature Museum, which interestingly, no one I spoke to actually knew about. I mean, it's known, it's documented as a museum, but it's not one of the more famous ones. And I think that's because it's really catering to a German-speaking audience, which is great because it means there aren't that many tourists, and it's perfect for a lover of literature. There is an audio guide in English. I'll give a little picture of it here. Let me flip this camera. There's the audio guide. Let's see if I can capture it. I'm holding it up. There you go. Sorry, the camera's a bit off kilter. Hopefully you can see, you can see the audio guide there. So there's a pretty detailed outline and display of what's available in English, but the written descriptions are all in German. But this is a very in-depth museum. It begins with Grillparzer. I guess that would be in the 18th century. And right now I'm up to Kafka so far. There's a great exhibition section on Kafka. And I think this is just a really perfect place to memorialize not just the writers of Vienna, but of the entire Austro-Hungarian Empire. So that means writers who wrote in Czech, who lived in what is now Prague, who lived in Hungary, and it's a very multilingual and diverse empire. So you also get a kind of very broad introduction to this history of Eastern Europe and this part of the world. And as you can see, this is Saturday, so this would be a time for tourists to be in most museums. It's very crowded in the streets, but right here it's almost completely empty, which is ideal for someone like me who likes the hidden side of cities when she's traveling. So I highly recommend this place. And also I recommend it as a kind of exemplary literary museum. Usually when I go to a city, one of the first things I try to find out about is if they have a literature museum or if they have house museums commemorating various writers. I've tried my best to record what I have been able to of such museums in my various travels. Like Tbilisi is the one that sticks out in my head. Yes? So now I'm on the next floor of the Literature Museum, and I was actually stopped from recording when I was in the previous floor, so I'm not going to go on for too long. Let me just try to flip this to give you a sense of the kind of detail and care that's gone into these exhibits. As I was saying, I think this is a kind of exemplary model for what a literature museum should be and could be. I've seen many around the world, including in Azerbaijan and Tbilisi. So these are multimedia exhibits. As you can see, there's a lot of images, a lot of letters, a lot of audio, and that's what makes it a really rich experience, as well as film. Here's a special film exhibition. So really focusing on the 1920s, 1930s Vienna. I really hope you get a chance to visit because this is kind of a hidden gem, I would say. Totally empty. Highly recommended.